Hey, Brian. It's Carl. Your listeners might better know me as that Carl guy up here in Canada. I'm up here in Canada, um, and I'm here to report on the total eclipse for you and your listeners. I know you are currently in New York City, and as kind of a birthright, you are used to basically having everything there. But unfortunately, astronomy is conspiring against you, and you will not be able to enjoy a total eclipse. So I'm going to be here to report on the total eclipse, possibly anybody raptured due to the total eclipse. And as well, I'm going to just basically be here enjoying my senior's coffee. I'll show it to you. And you can see my senior's coffee there. Um, they give you a senior's coffee when you hit age 55 here in Canada. I'm 57. So yeah, um, it's currently it's currently about 2:40 p.m. Canada time. We have just one time zone in Canada, and 2:40 p.m. Canada time. The eclipse is scheduled, as we like to say in Canada, scheduled. It is scheduled to happen about 3:20. So I've got a little bit of time to kill. So as I say, I'm just gonna probably sit here for a bit and enjoy my senior coffee and maybe contemplate the choices I've made in life. It was originally my idea to kind of head a little bit more south, get down to Niagara Falls, where I think they're going to enjoy about 2 or 3 minutes of totality. So it'll be like nighttime and dark. But here in my hometown of Burlington, Ontario, Canada, we're going to get about 30 seconds. So at least where I'm living, about 30 seconds. But I found if I headed south to the McDonald's, I'll get about 45 seconds of totality. Um, I thought to myself as well, maybe, you know, I really don't want to spend the time hanging out with eclipse people. And I thought to myself that, the people least interested in the eclipse are probably McDonald's people. So I'm just going to kind of hang out here. It's an older crowd, even older than me. So probably, like I say, enjoy my seniors' coffee. Maybe round up a couple of the old people here, the old McDonald's people here, and I could show them maybe how to use their phones to pay for a filet of fish. They'll bow down to me and worship me as their king and things like that. So I'll let you know how it goes. But yeah. Oh, I'm wearing my eclipse glasses. As you can kind of see, oh, there's a gigantic Canadian flag. Legally, McDonald's Canada has to have a gigantic Canadian flag, because if the American tourist comes here and tries to order a Big Mac, we have to tell them, no, this is McDonald's Canada. We don't serve Big Macs. We serve the steak and shake and rifle burger. Other than that, that's kind of important. But anyways, you can kind of see it's cloudy, so they're not actually estimating there's going to be any sun for the total eclipse. I did yesterday buy these eclipse wearing glasses. I kind of paid a bit of a premium. Some guy was selling them out of a van, paid about $600. I'm sure they're good quality. The van said something like Monroe Boswell Optical Services. So if the sun does make an appearance and I use the glasses to kind of stare at the sun, I think I'm going to be pretty good. If you can't trust a guy selling $600 eclipse glasses out of a van, especially a guy named Monroe Boswell, who can you trust, right? So yeah. But I'm just going to wear them too, because I think they kind of make me look cool. And I don't ever, if you ever saw Planet of the Apes Part 2, that's our eyes kind of look like that. So we do prefer to kind of cover them. We do have weird looking eyes as Canadians. Hey Brian, it's me again. It's about 15 minutes later. Some good news. A little bit of blue sky. which is kind of cool. I realize in uh, my last portion of this video, I was wearing my headphones. So those were headphones. Those were not kind of odd earmuffs we wear here in Canada. And they're also a little bit broken. Let me kind of show you. So, that's not some sort of weird sort of brown pus kind of coming out of my ear. That's just a bit of the foam sort of poking out from from the um, the the headphones. So yeah, like I say, it looks like the sun is coming out a bit. I don't know if you can kind of see it on the camera here, um, but yeah. So maybe these $600 uh, glasses will be worth all the money. I'm sure I could flip them later. I think there's going to be another eclipse here, like in like 2054. Uh, I will say, as I said, I'm 57. As I say, you get a senior's coffee at age 55, so I'm not sort of, you know, gaming the system illegally. I am legally entitled to my senior's coffee. And I don't know about America. I think maybe in America, if you reach a certain age, you get coffee for free just for being old. But in Canada, we're kind of cheap, so we you don't get a free coffee for being a senior, but they do knock 5 cents off your cup. So I got a little bit of discount for being old. But like I say, yeah. So the next total eclipse in my area is going to be like 2054 or something like that. Um, I, I hesitate to do the math, but I mean the reality is I've led a somewhat cavalier lifestyle, not really paid too much attention to my health. So the odds I'm going to make it to 2054, 2058 or whatever, I would say slim. So, but maybe I could just pass these down to my descendants, or bequeath them to City Hall or something like that, and then they could give them to uh, impoverished children. I would assume by the next time a total eclipse comes around, we have solved poverty. There are no longer any poor people. But yeah. Oh, I was lying. There do appear to be some eclipse people. I don't know if you can kind of see. I'm going to rotate my camera there. And you kind of by that white car, definitely some eclipse people. Uh, I'll keep an eye on them too to see if they are just not eclipse, but they are raptured as well. I figure the very kind of people that will be raptured may be the McDonald's people. I'll give you a little sort of view of the parking lot I'm in. There's a bank, and just down that way there's a Food Basics. That's a grocery store. So again, if you want to kind of run the numbers, I would think that people grocery shopping at 3 p.m. during the day are probably the type of people who may be raptured. But yeah, so things are good. So all right, I'll check back in when it starts to get kind of dark. Hey Brian, it's Carl again. Oh, hang on, let me take these headphones off. I think they just make me look stupider. Um, yeah, so we got about 20 more minutes till totality, I think. What I thought I would do is like what all the cool kids on TikTok do these days is they show you their fit. I think that's the word there. They show you their fit. Um, TikTok, I don't know if it's been banned there in America, but here in Canada, there's no talk about banning TikTok. The Chinese, we love the Chinese. They pay our rent. So the Chinese, they're good. We're not worried about them taking over or spying on us or anything like that. Or I don't care if the Chinese people know my movements, because they're okay. And they sponsor some of my endeavors anyways. But yeah, so the fit today, sorry, I got my, yeah, as I say, I got my Monroe Boswell Optical Services eclipse glasses, guaranteed to not make you go blind. And then you can kind of see sort of a little jaunty angle. Let me de-jaunty it. I got my Violent Femmes cap. That's kind of like one of my favorite bands, the Violent Femmes. The I got that at a Violent Femme show a number of years ago. I do wear it, so you can kind of see my creepy Canadian eyes when I hold it at this ankle. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but yeah, I got it at a Violent Femmes concert that I was at a number of years ago. I wear it a lot. I don't think the young kids today know it's a band, so sometimes I think when they look at it, they're kind of like Violent Femmes, and they just maybe kind of think like, you know, I'm a bit of an incel or something like that. You know, girls are mean. You know, they're mean to me. They hit me a lot. So yeah, but it's, you know, it's a band, Violent Femmes. So that's my protection on my head. I'm wearing like a little kind of jacket. It's got like a zipper and buttons. I almost rarely ever use the zipper because it like it catches on the fabric, and then it's like really hard to get out of the zip down when it catches. So I kind of have to get it down all the way and then sort of just kind of step out of it, you know, like I don't know, like an astronaut or something like that. Yeah. Oh, there's a little siren in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. Maybe people are already being raptured. Anyway, so yeah, so a little jacket keeps me warm. Oh, and then I'm also wearing my Toronto Maple Leafs little zip up here. Probably the last time the Maple Leafs won Stanley Cup was when there was another total eclipse in this area. So they don't really win Stanley Cups very often. People here are kind of angry about that. But you know, like, I don't know. I'm not actually a fan of Toronto Maple Leafs. I just got this at the resale shop for like $6.99, and it just looked kind of comfortable. So yeah, so I got that. And then of course I do have a lot of Violent Femmes theme today. Violent Femmes T-shirt. I think that was from their original album, the eponymously named Violent Femmes album. So yeah, that's my T-shirt. And then you probably can't see. I don't want to show you. I'm just wearing sweatpants because like I work from home, and I've just been wearing sweatpants for like the last 3 years, and I don't care. And I think too at my age that you just I'm married too, so you just don't care anymore. So yeah, so I'm just wearing sweatpants. Oh, this is new. See here, probably hard to see, but right there, that is a parking lot light, and it has come on. So obviously, maybe is the little silicon chip in there has sort of detected that, ooh, it's getting a little darker. We got those here in Canada now, these photovoltaic sensory things. So that's pretty cool. All right, so all right, I'll sign off for now and come back and update you on any other information about the total eclipse, the potential rapture, and whatever else happens. Riots, maybe all the old people in the McDonald's suddenly all come rushing out and start banging pots and pans to make the Wendigo that eats the sun go away. Hey Brian, it's about maybe about 7 more minutes to totality. Let me just kind of show you maybe a bit more of a Canadian McDonald's. You can sort of see here we've got this is where if you go into the drive-through and you order, and it's going to take them a wee bit of time to prepare your food. They make you kind of come in here. We call it secondary, and then it takes them like about half an hour to actually bring out your food. We do have, you can sort of see it here. We still, this is a McDonald's playland. We still have those. We also still have ball pits. I know the ball pits were made illegal in America, but according to our Constitution, called the British North America Act, all McDonald's have to have a ball pit. There's been some talk about maybe redoing our Constitution, eliminating the Charles III as our head of state, becoming a republic, but then that might then entail giving French people more rights in Canada, and we don't want to do any of that. They've got enough. They got enough stuff, you know. So we don't want to give them any more. It's also getting a little bit chillier here. I don't know if it's because of the sun is being blocked. I think the sun has something to do with heat. That's what I'm told. I don't know. Well, the GOP, they make a big point of that. It's all the sun. It's just the sun. There's nothing else. It's just the sun. Sun gets hotter. The world gets hotter. That kind of thing. So yeah. We do have another one came on. So again, I guess it must be getting darker. It's hard to tell because I've got my $600 eclipse glasses on, so everything's just kind of dark anyways. But also too, you can sort of see that the McDonald's lights have come on. Now usually those things don't come on until about 10 p.m. because they use electricity, and electricity is really expensive here, because we just hire some people to ride on bicycles that sort of generate the electricity. So it's very labor intensive thing to generate electricity here. So they usually only come on about 10 p.m. or so to save a bit of electricity, and make our steak and shake and rifle burgers a little bit cheaper. It probably saves about 10 cents per burger. 10 cents, that would be like, in American dollars, that would be like, I don't think there's a number small enough to really adequately describe what 10 cents is. But hey, maybe some prices. Maybe you're wondering about prices in Canada. You can sort of see here they have I don't know if you can sort of see, meal deal. You got your egg McMuffin, a small coffee, and a hash brown, $5.99. Plus tax, that would be HST. So I don't know what the tax on that is. And, oh my goodness, it is getting a little bit darker. It is getting a little bit darker now. Of course, the clouds are kind of obfuscating the sun, but that's okay, because I think there's going to be Canadians. We're not the sharpest tax on the continental drawer here, so a lot of us are probably just going to stare into the sun anyways, with or without eclipse glasses. But yeah, it's definitely getting darker. Lights are coming on. I don't know. I'm a little bit terrified. I know you are a Christian, Brian, so maybe I'm going to say a prayer. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women. Blessed is the fruit of. Well, anyways, Mother Mary, come to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. Let it be. Oh my goodness, it's getting really super dark now. Look at that. It's like, it's like there's a big storm coming in. Maybe that's what's kind of the quality of the darkness. I'm gonna show you the darkness. I'm just gonna take off. Ooh, look, there's the sun. You can kind of see the sun. And it's that if you're not too sure which in there the sun is, it's that kind of yellow thing. That bright thing in there. Yeah, that's not one of our planes falling out of the sky. That is the sun. So yeah. So there are people screaming. There are people screaming in the background. I do not see them flying towards the heavens, but it may be because they are they're just terrified by this. So there's no one being raptured as far as I can see. But yeah. So ooh, look at that. There's my creepy Canadian eye. I apologize again. You can sort of just one creepy Canadian eye You can kind of see the sun there. I mean, I don't see anything, no Wendigo kind of actually moving across it, but maybe it's just, is it getting, both my creepy Canadian eyes. Where did those bags come from? They weren't there 20 years ago. Anyways, right, so, sorry, enough about my aging and the degradation of my flesh and the reality of my own mortality and stuff like that. Nature, people. This is nature. Sun. I think the sun's, I just think the sun's getting bigger and getting closer to the earth or something. Anyway, so yeah, so I'll just put those back on. And you can look back over here. It's kind of sort of darker there. That's that thing you see there. That's not a sun. That's a street lamp. So that's not a. We do not have two suns in Canada. We only have one sun. So you know that's kind of cool. But yeah. So it's happening. I mean, that's probably why the sun's looking bigger, because it's just this camera, anything. But anyway, so yeah, it's darker. Nearly done my senior's coffee. Well, I should point out too, you know, what is unique about Canada, of the many things that are unique about Canada. I don't know if you can see here, but oh, let me show you here. We always have a little Canadian flag, a little maple leaf in our McDonald's logos. So if Canadians ever forget, you know, am I at a Canadian McDonald's, or have I been, you know, swept up by some sort of vortex and transported to an American McDonald's? The flag, the little maple leaf symbol, is the thing that reminds them where they are. So yeah. All right, I'm going to sort of sign off for a bit, and I'll come back when we reach more totality, or else if I suddenly start seeing people flying up to the sky, I will capture that. There's even more eclipse people here now as well, and you can kind of see here, like it's just right in the restaurant. There's just a couple of the older McDonald's people. These are see, I told you, there's an eclipse happening, and these people couldn't really care less about the eclipse. They're just here to enjoy filet of fish and complain about taxation and how the moose meat tariffs that are being applied south of the border. Call your member of Congress, and if you care about Canada, call your member of Congress and ask them to remove the moose meat tariffs, because you've destroyed the livelihood of about 2/3 of the Canadian population. Yeah. Hey, Brian, I'm back. Looks like where did that sun go? Where did that sun go? It's someplace. It's in the sky. I'm aware of it. There we go. There it is. I guess I can kind of tap. Maybe it's a little bit hard to see, but you can sort of see that the definitely it's being swallowed up now by the Wendigo. It's probably about half swallowed by the Wendigo. So we're doing okay. Lights are still on. More eclipse people have showed up. I can't say I'm not disappointed. I kind of wanted to be the eclipse person here at this McDonald's. But yeah, so it's okay. So yeah, but it's still kind of, actually, you know, it got real dark and now it's less dark. So I think actually the original darkness was just clouds moving in, and the clouds have now sort of moved out. So I'm still waiting for totality, which is, our scientists tell us, is a technical term, when the Wendigo fully swallows the sun. Totality comes from the root word total, which means the amount you have to pay on your restaurant bill in Greek. So yeah. All right. I hope I don't have to go to the bathroom. There's another problem when you kind of get old. You need to go to the bathroom about every 8.5 minutes. So I did go. I'm not at that part in my life where I'm wearing Depends, but um, not saying I wouldn't use them at this point. But yeah, but I'm also not. I'm from the part of Canada where I just wouldn't kind of like whip it out and then uh, go in my empty McDonald's coffee cup. That's kind of you got to get a bit north of Sarnia where that is perfectly acceptable behavior. You can do it at weddings as well if you go north of Sarnia. But yeah, here we keep it classy. We used a shitter. So yeah. Oh, sorry. Maybe bleep that word out for your the we use the toilet. Hey Brian, I'm back again. I think I misunderstood the whole totality thing. That few scenes ago, remember when it was getting really dark and stuff like that? I think that was it. So it's actually kind of getting super bright. The Wendigo has actually gone away. Um, the sun is pretty much back now. So yeah. Um, Oddly, it didn't get quite. I thought it was going to get like super super dark, super spooky. Everyone's kind of packing up and leaving. Nobody was raptured, and um, uh, old people didn't come rushing to McDonald's, and yeah, so world's still here. I'm still here. Maybe that prayer to Mother Mary that may have something to do with it. So yeah. So anyways, that's it. I'm signing out. Keep watching the skies, because the skies are watching you. Oh no, that's not how you end your podcast. Anyways, so some podcast ends I watch. Anyways, um, keep them flying, Brian. Keep them flying.